Hey everybody, final thoughts time for Via Nebula, which is a very surprising game in a lot of different ways. Let's talk about them. One, it's from designer Martin Wallace, and people, I think as a general rule, do not expect Martin Wallace to put out such bright, vibrant, colorful, lovely, inviting family/gateway games. But that is what he's done here. Working with publisher Space Cowboys, he has made a game. I don't know if you'd really call it a gateway. Maybe it's a gateway plus. I mean, this is a phenomenal game as a follow-up to, say, a Ticket to Ride. Or a Carcassonne, if you've used those games to draw people into the world of board games, your friends, your family, whatever, this is a wonderful next step. And it maybe even is a decent first step because it plays so silky smooth, so fast, but the decisions you get to make in this game are so interesting with the different contracts route, your secret contracts, but more than anything else, the synergy that happens between players as one player starts creating a road that can benefit me because both of us are at the end of that road. Both of us need that road to succeed. And the more players you have around the table, the more interesting it gets because you got lots of people pursuing their own agendas, building their own places or their depots for goods, trying to build up their road to transport their stuff. You can run into situations where as it's getting close to the end of the game, early on somebody has set up a depot with a bunch of stuff, but they put it in the wrong place and the whole game nobody's ever used it and they're worried that all this stuff lying here is going to make them lose points at the end of the game. Like I said, the interaction between players is more than anything else about anticipating what they're going to need, where they're going to go, and deciding when to capitalize on that because it just works so well. And like I said, it's so surprising to have an interesting gateway style or gateway plus game from Martin Wallace, the king of the big heavies. Now here's the other surprising thing about this game. Astute viewers of this video might have recognized while I was playing this simple game of fantasy, family-friendly environments as we're just clearing out evil fog so we can build up buildings and complete contracts with lovely people, it maybe looks a little familiar to you. And it should, because for all intents and purposes, this is Martin Wallace having taken his classic rail games like Age of Steam or Railways of the World or Railroad Tycoon or these games that he is so well known for and simplifying them and streamlining them down. Because, what we're doing ostensibly is clearing this mist out so we can create these clear paths we can walk down. But if you were just to reimagine these as looking like train tracks, what we're doing is we're building train tracks between cities and then we're transporting goods from one city to another to upgrade those cities. And that is mind-blowing to me how, Jen and I, our favorite is Railways of the World of that whole series of games. We absolutely love it. And as we were playing this and we were finding the same kinds of rhythms showing up as we see in those games, but in this wonderful family-friendly game that we've actually had a chance to play this as a multiplayer game with other people. It works wonderfully. It's so great. Like I said, this is a nice next step, and this could be a first step. If like I said, if you're a hardcore gamer and you're trying to get your friends and family in, you pulled them in with Ticket to Ride, this is a great next step, and it's also a great prequel to getting them to an Age of Steam or something like that because this has that same type of rhythm. It's really sharp, it's fun, it's simple, it's adorable, it's fast playing, and I forgot to mention, it works well with two. Now, definitely, it's going to be, the more people you get around the table, the more interesting it's going to get. No two ways about it. But Jen and I have definitely enjoyed this as a two-player game. One other thing that's actually really cool about it, the board is two-sided. I was just showing you gameplay on what is called the beginner board, where things are pretty easy. You can build up roads very, very quickly. If I were to have flipped this over, it would have been the advanced board. And on that board, there's a lot more petrified forests in the way. It's much tougher to get goods from the resource site to the actual build sites, and it is a more challenging game. So that's something to bear in mind too. This game has kind of a built-in learning curve. You bring your newbies in with it, and then when you think they're ready, you flip it over to the tough side where they really have to work to get those victory points. Or if you're just playing with a bunch of gamers, just go straight to the other side and work hard at trying to build your best Via Nebula. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Now, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, please let me know. Apologies for any goofs I made here and there, but hope you have a pretty good idea of what it feels like to play. And I'm going to say thanks very much for watching, everybody. Have a very, very nice day. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.